Hey, this is Coach Chris. I just want to take you guys through like a basic positional overview. That way we understand what the positions are, what they're worth point-wise, and what they're useful for, okay? The first one we're going to talk about is the closed guard. It's going to be kind of the one that's the least intuitive, but I'm going to take and wrap my legs around my partner. My feet are crossed in this position. Generally, my partner from this position wants to have his knees slightly outside my hips. He's going to do a pelvic tilt, tuck his hips underneath, and try to straighten his back. So there's a pull straight from the ceiling all the way through the top of his head, through his groin. And he wants to stay as tall and as rigid as possible, okay? Closed guard is kind of like a neutral position, right? For jiu-jitsu only, it's an attacking position because he has to pass the guard before he can do anything or score. For me, I'm going to look for sweeps and submissions, right? Which we'll cover later on in the video series. The next position is half guard. Half guard means I have one of my partner's legs trapped. So if we ever talk about half guard as a position, I only have his leg trapped and it's just my foot, if we can turn this way, just my foot hooked over his calf here. I don't want to feed my partner my whole knee. We can start to get into trouble with passes and attacks on our legs if we do that. So I make sure that I'm only here, clamped over, just his calf, all right? Our next position is going to be side control. The side control position here, my partner is now in a dominant position. So guard and half guard, especially for MMA, for combat, are going to be neutral. Jiu-jitsu gives the edge to those positions because I can sweep, I can score from those positions. Now my partner is in side control. He can start to control me. He has looks at submissions, right? My job would be to actually escape from here. His job is to attack. The next position we're going to go through is full mount. Full mount is properly played with my partner's knees to either side of my hips, right? He's now past my legs. My legs are the big, strong part of my body that I actually can use as the bottom person, which we're going to use a lot in jiu-jitsu to kind of turn the tables, become a top player, and make him tap out. All right, in this scenario, he's already past this. If we were fighting MMA, a street fight, he can punch me. You know, all kinds of bad things are going to happen to me, right? For me, I have to get out of here as soon as possible. This is not a place where I want to really hang out. And I'm also not going to push on my partner's chest, okay? This is going to expose us to a bunch of submissions, all right? The next position, and the last one we're going to go over, is back position. So when we're in here, my partner is going to put his feet in. These are called his hooks. His hooks are going to control the rotation of my hips so I can't turn and face him anymore. For jiu-jitsu, generally what we're going to do is go one over the shoulder and one under the armpit, and this will be our seatbelt, right? So that seatbelt and hooks make up back position. My partner also wants to keep his head close to my head, framing me out, okay? When we're here, the head also stops me from going in directions he doesn't want me to go. It's in a partnership with his arms and his legs to help control my body, okay? When we go through these positions, mount is considered a dominant position. If we're in competitive jiu-jitsu, it's 4 points. The back position like he has right now is a dominant position. That's 4 points, right? Passing my guard, which would be like passing my legs. If he can pass, side control itself is no score, right? But the action of passing and controlling me is another 3 points. Later on, we'll get into some specific things for takedowns. So we won't cover anything standing, but for our grounded positions, that's the main overview. And that'll kind of dictate how we act and what our strategies are for training and competing in jiu-jitsu.